What's going on, everybody? It's Davey from the 80s, and you're now entering the Cinema Chop Shop. So park your ass right there. And while you're there, don't forget to hit the like, the share, the subscribe button. Also, if you check the link below, you'll see a Patreon account. If you click it, you become a member. All you got to do is try, recommend movies and music and trailers, make reactions, click the link. Now, with that being said, we are here to review episodes 1 and 2 of season 5 of Slasher. Yes, Slashers, episode 1 and 2. Season 5 is here, and it has been dubbed The Ripper, right? Now, this is a Jack the Ripper inspired kind of episode or kind of series, but not really, right? So if you watch the trailer, then you already know that this ain't what it was promoted as. The main character is a woman or a man or somebody in a widowing gown, and they're nicknamed the Widower, right? And this person is running around and wreaking havoc around this city. Now, quick synopsis. There was a woman who was killed, and there was a man who was falsely accused of killing her. And basically, the town covered it up, and the widower has returned in order to try to get people to, I'm assuming, atone for their sins, atone to the lie that they did, and basically sent this innocent man to be hung. I guess this is where we're going, but I mean, I can't go into super more details into it without giving away too much storyline. But if you guys are into like the basic formula, if you've seen any of the slasher shows, then you'll know exactly what it is. This is a whodunit. You know, we watch some gory kills, we watch some people get stabbed up, and you got to try to figure out who did it by the end of the season. You know, I've already had my speculations of who I think it is. You guys let me know. Do you got your special speculations either? Um, let's see, going into it, let's just talk about the pros real quick. The huge pro, in my opinion, so far is the practical effects. The practical effects in the show are top notch, over the top, freaking amazing, I might add. So the kills are awesome as well too. The killer, I actually like the killer's attire. The killer's attire looks very interesting. You know, the whole widower idea. It kind of reminds me of Insidious. I feel like I've seen somebody in Insidious that sort of looks similar to this. But again, the widower has like this black gown with a little veil in front. You can't see anything. But the widower has a very nice, interesting set of weapons that she's used so far. She's just used 2 weapons in the episode, but she seems to be very creative if it is in fact a woman. But moving on with more pros. So far, I haven't really had a super annoying characters. This show tends to have like those annoying characters. Nobody that really rubs me the wrong way. The magician is kind of halfway there, but not really fully. The detective is kind of there too, but he's not there fully. But again, I mean, they haven't annoyed me horribly, so far that's pretty damn good. Again, the storyline is it's flowing pretty well. It's not something that's over the top. It's not like they're selling it too hard. And so far for what it is, it's flowing very nicely. I'm invested in the storyline. It's an interesting show so far. I mean that as far as pros, I mean that's probably as far as it goes. Bars. Anyway, let's get into the cons. So I'm gonna be honest with you. If you guys are familiar with the slasher series, then you know that there's always this telescope or this microscope that focuses a lot on sexuality. And I mean, to me, it just seems to kind of like intrude itself into the series without having an actual purpose. And that's just my opinion. Like I really feel like there's just some ideas or some concepts that's kind of pushed onto the audience that really just feel like it's out of place. Like it doesn't really have anything to do with the storyline. It's just there just to be there. And this season didn't wait too long. By episode 2, you already had it pushed in your face, and you're just like, okay, I guess whatever, right? Also, this show does a really bad job at whoever thought like, yo, we need to be in this time period, right? You have some characters feeling like they're invested into like the whole character idea being involved in that time period, right? So they're investing in the mannerisms, the voice, and things like that. And you have other characters that just ain't doing that. So it's like I think you should have been an all or nothing. Like either y'all all going to go into it or you're not all going to go into it. Either or, pick one. Also, it's kind of weird because you have kind of hairstyles and certain things and like certain elements to me that weren't. I don't think that they were really prominent at that time. Like there's a dude with tattoos. And I'm just like, yo, like I don't think that tattoos were like a real big thing in this period. You got dudes with dreadlocks, you got girls with like certain types of braids, and I'm just like, I don't know, like that don't really seem like it's in the time period if you're trying to be like accurate with the time period, you know? That's what I'm saying. Like I it's like either you all or nothing. If you're not really going to be invested into like really catching the authenticity of the time period, maybe you just shouldn't do. You should tell everybody like, all right, we're not really going to do that. So let's just do us, have fun with this, and just go about it like that. Because again, not everybody's doing it. You know, it's like you have one girl with an English accent, and then you turn around and her sisters are not having an English accent, or you have a girl talking in an English accent, or a guy talking in an English accent, and then the people that they work with don't. You know, and it, like I said, there's just different concepts and ideas that just like to me like I can't see them in that time period being pushed forward. So there's an example. I'll give you an example. I'm not going to get into extreme detail about it, but during this time frame, they are not very open about. Uh, they're very very specific about gender roles. If this is the time period that we advertise in the Ripper time frame, they're very very specific about gender roles. I don't think nobody in this time period would say, "Yeah, man, it's cool. I'll be looked at as very progressive if I do this. So yeah, let's go ahead and do this. I want to advertise that because I'll be considered progressive and everybody will like me because of it." I don't really see that happening in that time frame at all, right? Like that's just me though. I can't see it. I thought it was a weird flex. I thought it was kind of out of place. I felt it wasn't authentic to the time period, but that's just me though. I just felt like it didn't really have a place. Again, but overall, when you just take away those small things, the show overall is working very well. It's pacing itself very well. The kills are freaking awesome. I'm invested in the killer. I think the killer's design is looking very cool. It's one of the better looking designs that I like the design for the killer last year. I wasn't really vibing with that whole weird mask thing. And then also I think that the killer from season 2, I wasn't really digging that mask either, or that outfit. It just felt like it was urban legends. But again, you know, that's neither here nor there. The show does have nods to like it felt like there was a nod in there to the Scream TV series. But you know, like again, the show's fun. If you're into any of the slasher shows, if you've enjoyed any of the other seasons, this is going to be just like it. The blood, they've invested in blood, they've invested in gore, they've invested in the practical effects. The practical effects are good. The acting in the show is pretty good. And you know, overall, I think it's a very enjoyable show. So that's my review. Let me know if you agree or disagree, whatever the case may be. Drop it in the comment section down below. And you are now exiting the Cinema Chop Shop. Hope you guys have a magnificent day. Adios, homies.